IQ Service. So I have discussed about IQ Service quite a few times, but today we will discuss in detail what IQ Service does. So IQ Service is nothing but an agent supplied by or given by SailPoint IIQ for accessing information available only through Windows API. Basically, it is only for Windows applications or connectors, and we will see which all connectors follow or need IQ Service. IQ Service is a middleman or a service which we install remotely or in the local of the Windows server, and it helps SailPoint to access informations available only through Windows API. So Windows, for security purpose, ensures that using Windows API some informations can be fetched or some values can be modified in Windows. So to achieve this, SailPoint has given one agent IQ service, which has to be installed either remotely or in the host machine itself to do or to perform some actions. So where do we get this IQ service? So IQ service can be found out in IIQ Home, Web Apps, IdentityIQ, Web INF, then bin folder, and then win folder. And one thing to notice that this Windows IQ service agent is version specific. It means for different version of IQ service or SailPoint IIQ, you have to have different version of IQ service. So for 7.3 you have to install IQ service of version 7.3. So for each service, or SailPoint gives you a detailed information that which IQ service supports which version of IIQ. So this is a place in SailPoint IIQ, in Web Apps, IdentityIQ, Web INF, bin and win, you get IQ service.zip. This is in zip format and we have to expand it. But before expanding, let's see where we have to install IQ service. There are quite a few connectors for which we need IQ service. The one we are working currently is Active Directory Direct, which needs IQ service. IQ service can be installed remotely in remote system or in local. So the one thing that the system in which we are installing IQ service, it should have access to Windows server in which AD is present or domain controller is present. Apart from this, we have Link and Skype, which actually depends upon Active Directory, Link, Skype and Exchange also, and for them also we need IQ service to be installed. The other connector is Lotus Domino and Microsoft SharePoint, which is again a Microsoft product. Basically Lotus Domino uses Windows server, and again we have to install IQ service on Windows server remotely or in local. Microsoft SharePoint is again using Windows server, and we can install IQ service in the same domain as SharePoint server is present. Then the other connector is Microsoft Windows local. Again we can use or install IQ service remotely or in local. So for using IQ service in Active Directory application or connector, the PowerShell must be enabled, which is the prerequisite for this, and the Windows Server OS which IQ service supports is Microsoft Windows Server 2016, 2012 R2, 2012 and 2008. Now how to install or register IQ service? First of all, it comes in zip. So first of all you have to copy this zip into the server or system where you want to install it. So in our case, for demo purpose, we will copy this Windows zip or IQ service zip in the host machine or in the machine where my AD is installed, so I will directly install this zip in the local of AD Active Directory, and the IP address is 192.168.10 or 122.10. So there are some command lines which we have to execute in command prompt, which is for installing. We have IQ service.exe. We will see the installation in a while. Exe. So this exe can be installed using the command IQ service.exe -i. I stands for installation. The default port is 5050, but always you can change your port if 5050 is not available for you. We will see how to change it. Once you install IQ service, you can the Windows registry is modified and it creates a service in H key local machines. So other commands which we can use is -s for starting, for start, -k to stop, -r to remove IQ service from your system, -u to uninstall. So if you want to uninstall IQ service from your system or from your server, -u has to be executed because it will also remove all the registry from Windows registry. And if for your system, if 5050 port is not available, then you can change the port by -p command, and it has also got some traces some logging features, and the logging features value starts from 0 to 3. By default 2 is the one which is available for you. If you don't mention this -l feature to trace the level, and -f is to put the logs in a file, and you can mention the file name. By default the location of the file is the installation folder, but again you can change the installation folder, so change the logger folder by the command -f. Now we will see how to install IQ service in Windows Server. So I have already copied IQ service in my AD server. So this is my AD server and IQ service is present here, and I have also unzipped this IQ service zip file, and the the folder is IQ service. So if I open this folder, I can see that I have bunch of files, bunch of DLLs. So DLLs are nothing but dynamic linking library for Microsoft, and these DLLs will be used to communicate with PowerShell or communicate with Windows. So we have one executable file, IQ service over here. So we will be executing the command IQ service.exe -i to install IQ service in this server. So let me open command prompt, cmd, and I will execute this command prompt as an administrator. In fact, I am in administrator, so I can directly go and command prompt. Okay, CIQ service and IQ service.exe -i, and you can see that at the end the transacted install has completed. SailPoint IQ service instance 1 installed successfully and configured to port 5050. Now let's go and check in services. Here, let's see, do we have a service called IQ service.instance1 in the services. It will take some time to load, and IQ service. So it is here, SailPoint IQ service dash instance. Either you can click on this start to start the service, or you can use the command prompt to start the service with IQ service dash s is the command which will start the service, and you can see on the screen IQ service dash instance 1 is started successfully. Now once our IQ service is in place and it has started working, so I will go back to SailPoint IIQ and I will open up AD application to do this further configuration, and I will use this IQ service port number and the IP address of this host, which is 192.168.122.10 in my AD application. This is my SailPoint IIQ and I will open up the application AD. I will go back to configuration. In configuration we have Active Directory Direct Configuration section, where I will put the IP address in the IQ service host, which is 192.168.122.10, and the default port is 5050. And sorry, it's not 122, it's 222, which is same as this. Let me go back and let me be sure if it is what cmd IP config, and yeah, it is 222.10. I will do a test connection once if it is working fine or not, and test connection is taking some time. And probably this is the first time, so it is taking this much time. The test connection is successful now, and the IQ host and IQ service port is configured. And let me save this application. Once IQ service is installed and my AD test connection is running, executing perfectly, now we can do provisioning in our AD connector. Provisioning is nothing but the process of modifying the target application. So if you create an account or modify an account or delete an account or anything in which you're writing or modifying the target application, that is called provisioning. And provisioning is something, the right capability in the target application. And one thing to notice that not all application or not all connector possesses this right capability. So not all application will have provisioning capability, and with this we can start our topic feature string, which we'll see next, and understand what is feature string, which determines that which application or which connector has what capability, what all things can it do, and how to check, where to check about capabilities of a connector. And also we will discuss about the important tab which lies under configuration, which is called provisioning policy. This is the tab which defines how a policy for provisioning, or how writing, modifying, or deleting an account can be done from a connector. What all things we have to pass along, we have to pass to make it happen. So if you want to create an account, then what all attributes have to be passed. So those things can be done from provisioning policy. It means it defines a policy to do certain action, which can be update an account, create an account, delete an account, enable account, disable account, unlock account, change password. So those sort of actions, yeah, again, but we have to first check what all things out of these actions can be done by the connector. Not all actions can be done by all the connectors, but for AD we can certainly do these things. So we will check how to find out that which all for a particular what a particular connector can do, what all actions, what all what all types of work it can do on a particular on a particular account by a particular connector. So we will see about this in a moment.